The war in Ukraine has entered yet another deadly phase, with Ukrainian forces increasingly deploying first-person view (FPV) drones to target Russian military leadership. In recent days, multiple videos have surfaced showing Ukrainian drones relentlessly hunting down vehicles believed to be carrying Russian officers across several active battlefields. These drones, guided by skilled operators, swoop low over rugged terrain, weaving through craters, trenches, and debris, closing in on convoys of Russian military vehicles. Their targets are not random. Intelligence points them specifically toward command vehicles, often used by Russian officers to direct frontline operations. The footage reveals a chilling cat-and-mouse pursuit. Russian vehicles speed through open fields, attempting evasive maneuvers, but the FPV drones remain locked on their prey. In the distance, smoke rises from previous strikes, a grim reminder of how deadly these drones have become. Ukrainian sources claim that at least 3 separate Russian command vehicles were destroyed in the past 48 hours alone. Each attack sent shockwaves through Russian frontline units, as the loss of commanding officers left soldiers in disarray and unable to regroup effectively. What makes these operations particularly tense is the unpredictability. A Russian jeep or armored utility truck might appear safe while maneuvering behind lines, but within seconds, an FPV drone can emerge from cover, engine buzzing like a wasp, before slamming into the target with devastating precision. Soldiers caught in these moments can be seen scrambling for cover, some abandoning vehicles altogether in desperate attempts to escape. But the drones are too quick, tracking every movement until impact ensures there is no escape. On one battlefield, a Russian UAZ command vehicle tried to shake off a pursuing drone by swerving through dirt roads lined with shattered trees. Yet, the drone's camera captured every desperate turn, closing the distance before exploding into the vehicle's rear, engulfing it in flames. Another incident showed a CAM-AZ truck, believed to be transporting officers and communications equipment, struck while attempting to cross an exposed plain. The blast tore through the vehicle, scattering wreckage across the field as secondary explosions followed, suggesting it carried sensitive electronics or ammunition. Ukrainian drone operators describe the missions as both exhilarating and nerve-wracking, a test of both skill and nerves under the pressure of real combat. "It's like hunting in real time," one operator said, his voice steady but his eyes reflecting the tension of battle. "You see them trying to escape, swerving across fields, pushing their engines to the limit, but you know you cannot miss. Every second feels like the difference between success and failure, between striking a decisive blow or letting them slip away." Operators sit in hidden command posts, eyes glued to the screen, hands gripping their controllers tightly as the buzzing drone closes in on its target with relentless determination. These FPV strikes are not just tactical victories, they are psychological weapons with an impact that extends far beyond the battlefield itself. Russian soldiers, already under immense pressure, now live with the constant dread of unseen eyes watching from above. Every engine roar, every dust trail on a dirt road sparks fear that a drone is stalking them. The tension grows unbearable during night operations, when soldiers can hear the faint buzzing of drones in the darkness but cannot see where the attack will come from. Even hardened veterans, men who have faced artillery barrages and tank assaults, admit that FPV drones have changed the nature of the war entirely. Western analysts have noted that Ukraine's use of cheap but deadly FPV drones against high-value officer targets highlights a critical imbalance that is reshaping modern warfare. With drones costing only a few $100s, Ukraine can inflict losses that cripple Russia's command and control structures, assets that require millions in funding and months of logistical planning. This asymmetric advantage means that Russia must now allocate more air defenses, electronic warfare systems, and even decoys just to protect its officers from the buzzing menace overhead. For Ukraine, the strategy is cost-effective and brutally efficient. The destruction of officer vehicles across multiple sectors has already caused ripple effects throughout the Russian chain of command. Ukrainian intelligence reports, backed by intercepted radio communications, suggest that panic has spread among Russian units. Commanders bark orders that go unheard as soldiers hesitate to move vehicles, fearful of drone ambushes. Some reports claim that entire units have delayed offensives or refused to relocate until guaranteed additional air defense coverage, slowing down Russia's momentum and creating gaps for Ukraine to exploit. On the other hand, Russian commanders are reportedly becoming more cautious, avoiding direct presence near active front lines in an effort to minimize personal risk. But this withdrawal comes at a steep cost. Without officers physically present to direct, motivate, and reorganize soldiers in the chaos of combat, Russia's frontline troops are increasingly isolated and prone to breakdowns in discipline. Decisions that once took minutes now drag into hours, leaving units vulnerable to Ukrainian counterattacks. The very leaders who are supposed to inspire confidence now operate from the shadows, too afraid of the invisible hunters circling above.